Hello, I am Wicked Nick Wegner. There are 5 things that can happen to you if you commit a foul or an illegal technique in an MMA match. Either you get away with it, you get a stern warning, you get 1 point taken away, you get 2 points taken away, or you get disqualified. Today we're going to be focusing on the few times in UFC's history where 2 points have been taken away in a round. If you look it up, there is no comprehensive list of every single time that has happened in the UFC. That is what I'm trying to conquer today. I'm here to say that there has been 2 points deducted in a fight 7 times, and sort of 10 times, but we'll get to that later. Again, I'm here to claim I have found all 7 times that there has been 2 points deducted in a round in UFC's history. Let's just go through them. We're going to go in chronological order, but to start this video off, I do want to take 2 fights and take them out of said chronological order and talk about them for a special reason. I just released a video talking about all the 10-7 rounds that have ever been judged in UFC history. I forgot about one thing, and it's pretty silly in hindsight. 2-point deduction rounds, where someone has a 10-9 round, the person who lost the round loses 2 points, and they get a 10-7. Those are still technically rounds that have been scored 10-7, and I forgot to mention them in that video. So I want to start this video off talking about those 2 because it's a bit of a correction. The one we're going to start with is going to be Cody Garbrandt versus Xiao Long, UFC 326, March 7th, 2026. It's going to be the 3rd round of their fight. Early in that round, as Cody closes the distance, Xiao Long kicks him in the nuts. Alright, nothing really comes of it, and just an accidental groin shot, and then they resume the round. And then he kicks him in the groin again. Pretty much immediately after. And that was a pretty bad one. Cody was down for quite a while. He actually ends up vomiting in a bucket. Now, that is a discussion for a different video. How the fight wasn't stopped there, I'm not sure. I feel like vomiting is a bodily fluid thing, and that seems to should have ended like in some kind of technical draw or something. In my opinion, I have no idea. And Herb Dean says 1 point deduction. And they clinch up. Clinched up and need him in the groin again. He has to take another point. So Herb told him that if it ever happens again, it's disqualification, and he's taking another point. So 2-point deduction for groin shots in round 3 for Xiao Long. And the interesting thing is, one of the judges will end up giving this round to Cody Garbrandt, meaning one of the judges scored the fight a 10-7 for Cody Garbrandt. That should have been in the last video if I was including point deductions, which I just kind of oversighted. So this video, I'm going to really try to break it down like that. I might show a little bit of context of like the fouls leading up to the point deduction, but mainly I just want to focus on the point deduction itself. But for a very special reason, which I'll explain at the end of this round I'm going to watch in its entirety. I'll skip through it for you guys. But for now, we're going to take it back to November 21st, 2009, UFC 106, the first round of Brian Foster versus Brock Larson. So far this round, they've started on the feet fairly evenly. Larson took him down and kind of had good positioning, a little bit of ground and pound, but that's what's happened so far. 3 minutes left in the round. I'd say Larson's clearly winning the round. Oh wow. Foster ends up in full mount for a second. Lets him out. Now he's laying on some ground and pound of his own. Oh wow. Got back to full mount on his own this time. I don't think he'll be letting him up this time. And now Foster is winning the round. 1 minute left. Foster's winning. Larson still on his back. Okay, they're getting up now. Okay. I actually kind of missed that. I was busy talking. An up kick. Oh, wow. Fairly deliberate, too. Deducting a point there. So they end up in this clinch situation. Larson's got Foster's head. Knees him in the ground, he's grounded. Again, right at the end of the round. And back then, in 2009, that was an illegal knee, which he landed about 2 of them before he stopped it. Listen to what Joe Rogan says here.
So if you think it's a 10-9 round, which I do, a 10-9 round for Foster, then you got to make it a 10-8 round. Now it's a 10-7 round.
So I agree that Foster's winning the round right now. Now let's, that's it. So I think Foster won that round with a 10-9, disregarding the points being taken off. There has never been a unanimous 10-7 round in UFC history where all the judges, or even two of the judges, gave somebody a 10-7 round. I could not find anywhere online the actual broken down scoring of round one by the judges. But I'm thinking this is the first and only time we have had a unanimous 10-7 round in UFC history. And it happened all the way back in 2009, and nowhere online is this mentioned. Except for I know it now, and you know it now. Spoiler alert for these next 5, that never happens again. The person who loses 2 points was also the winner, so the rest of these will be 9-8 rounds. Now we move on to UFC 143, February 4th, 2012. Alex Caceres versus Edwin Figueroa. Round number 1. Kicks him in the groin in the first round. And he rolls away. That is brutal. He gives him a warning. It's the first time it's happened. Obviously, it's the very beginning of the round. Very beginning of the fight. Hard warning for Alex Caceres. Don't kick him there. Which then leads us into 2 minutes into round 2. Happens again. And because the first one affected him a lot, and it was just a stern warning, the second one affected him a lot as well. First time UFC history where 2 points were deducted simultaneously. Now we're at UFC 180, November 15th, 2014. Alejandro Pérez versus José Quiñónez. But now we are into round 3 of their fight. Quiñónez on top, Pérez on his back. And right there, headbutt. I mean, what else were you trying to do there, really? So then he brings the doctor in to check out his nose because he was complaining about his nose after the headbutt. And because it was unintentional and how much damage it did to Pérez's nose, that is going to be a 2-point deduction. And now we move on to a very popular example. UFC 235, March 2nd, 2019. Jon Jones, Anthony Smith. I won't spend too much time on this. We all know what's going to happen. Kneeing him in the body. Kneeing him in the body. 10 seconds left in the round. Round 4. And bam! Straight up knee to the head. You know it, I know it. 2 points taken from Jon Jones at the very end of round 4. Very famous case. Let's move on. We got Leonardo Santos versus Roman Bogatov. This is round 1. And he poked him in the eye. Doesn't really lead to much. Doesn't even have anything to do with the point deduction, but it was an illegal technique, so I wanted to add that in there. Which leads us to actually the beginning of round 3. Need him in the nuts. Very beginning. So he is down for quite some time, which leads us later into round 3. They're back in the clinch situation. Keep an eye on this one. That knee landed straight on the cup. And even after that one, he still does not take a point off of Bogatov's score yet. Which leads us to 1 eye poke in the first round, 2 groin shots in the third round, 1 minute left in the third round. We get a knee to the head. Every single foul you could probably do. Santos wants to continue. Doctor says it's allowed. He's good enough to continue. 2 points. 2 points are taken from Bogatov in round 3. And similarly to that fight, the last fight that I wanted to show you guys had eye pokes, had a knee to the head. I cannot find this footage anywhere. I have UFC, Fight Pass, Paramount Plus. I can't find it. But yeah, it was Jun-yong Park versus Ismail Naurdiev. June 21st, 2025. It was a fight night that happened. 2 points were deducted when he got kneed in the head. But again, there was eye pokes as well, as far as I remember. Cannot find the footage anywhere. So that's it. That is all the times that 2 points were deducted in a single round in UFC history. And now at the beginning of this video, I said there have been 2 points deducted from a UFC fight 7 times, but sort of 10. The sort of 10 come from 3 occurrences that happened where there was 1 point deducted, 1 round, and 1 point deducted in a different round. Now, it was Leites versus Marquardt. There was a point deduction in round 2 and round 3. Then there was Michel Prazeres versus Mairbek Taisumov. That was round 1 and round 2. There was a point taken. And then the last example would be Darko Stosic versus Kennedy Nzechukwu. God, that's tough. Round 2 and round 3 points were taken. I'm not going to go into specifics of those ones. I really think I'm going to make actually just a video in general for those 3 fights. That's really all I have for you guys today. I think it's pretty interesting. I think I discovered the first and only ever 10-7 unanimous round. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right. If you can find that scorecard, let me know. Give me your opinions. Let me know what you guys think of this video, just in general, any ideas you have for me in the future. And just, I like discussions. You know, this isn't the most well put together video presentation that I've been putting on. I really like the idea that we can just talk about stuff. And half of my videos that I've been coming out with recently are just inspired by the comments. So let's discuss stuff in the comments. Thank you guys for watching. That's the video.